Thanks for joining me for the 401st episode of Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement, here at the News Forum, where all voices matter. Well, with so much turmoil in the world today, both economically and politically, I'm grateful to have Thomas Caldwell return for his monthly roundup. Tom is, of course, the chairman of Caldwell Securities Ltd. In Toronto. Welcome back, Tom.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Well, I guess we do have to start with the turmoil situation, of course, that affects many innocent people, and we grieve for them in Israel. Ukraine continues to be a place of turmoil as well. How do you see that? Obviously, that breeds a lot of uncertainty. I'm not minimizing the impact for individuals, but other Canadians and others around the world are affected by it as well. So, any comments or thoughts on that?
Well, the world is becoming more dangerous, and the Middle East is, of course, a tough neighborhood. I was talking to someone about this Israel attack, and I was thinking how I couldn't find the words in the English language to really encompass, terrible, outrageous, but you can't get close to the evil that was inflicted there. Just verbally, you can't get, at least I couldn't get there. And, when I saw it, I thought, oh my God, these poor people and these young kids at this concert and just wanton killing. And of course, the question is, in my mind, is why? Why would you do this? Why? What is the gain? I mean, Israel is not a turn the other cheek country.
No.
They're going to respond, and they're going to respond brutally. And there are going to be lots of casualties, lots of innocents all around. But they knew that was going to happen. So why would you do it if you knew this was going to happen? What is the rationale? Maybe the Palestinian cause hasn't been in the press enough recently, or maybe they want to derail the Saudi Israel treaty, which also left money for the Palestinians in that. It's just, I can't understand the rationale from a strategic point of view. Just getting rid of the moral point of view. It is I just don't quite get there, because you do this and you have to know you're going to suffer as a result of it. But to what end? Is there a plan B? First, I thought it might be a trap of some kind for
Right.
I don't know.
It's funny you should say that, because I was obviously thinking the same thing, and the Saudi Israel deal came to mind. But turn your mind back 50 years ago in the Yom Kippur War of 1973, which of course was a surprise attack on Israel by three countries. But the immediate aftermath of that was the oil crisis, where Saudi and others turned off the taps when it came to oil exports to the U.S. and other Western countries. That clearly isn't happening today. That's a big difference. I'm sure you've noticed the same thing. So a bit of a different world, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I spent a fair amount of time in the Middle East. I was director of a Saudi company, etc. The Palestinians are not thought well of in the Arab world. People are kind of fed up with this thing. Yes, they're giving money to sponsor, because basically Gaza has been a place where you just can't survive. You need outside help to make it work. But the money that comes in just goes straight into Hamas and into their own internal corruption. Maybe that's it, to get more money from the other Arab countries as they suffer, they say, at the hands of the Israelis, and to get more money in, which maybe it's just about the money. I just don't know in terms of what the logic is behind this. I think obviously Israel had prepared for an attack by jets and armor and organized military. And basically, these were guys on motor scooters and golf carts. And they penetrated the border in about 27 different places to wreak havoc and carnage. And the intelligence there is world renowned to be so good. But clearly somebody missed something and missed a whole bunch of stuff.
They missed a whole bunch of stuff, and I think the terrorists were not using mobile phones. They learned that lesson. Apparently, South Korea now is reassessing its border with North Korea as a result of learning the lessons from the Hamas attack against Israel, because, of course, they could be in the same situation with the demilitarized zone. We're going to continue our conversation, Tom. Lots more to discuss obviously with the political conflict and the economic situation being affected by that. But we're going to take a brief commercial break. We'll be back with our guest after that break. Please stay with us.